What's up everybody, it's Arky today, and today I'm going to show you how to play a Frost Mage in a PvE environment. Now what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to go over stats, rotation, and pretty much everything you need to know about playing a Frost Mage right now in 5.4. And first thing we're going to go over is stats. The current stat, like the weight for a Frost Mage as it is you want to get haste. Haste is by far your best stat. The more haste you have, the more Frostbolt you can get out. The more Frostbolt you can get out, the more little ice shards you get, icicles, and the more icicles you have, the more damage you can do with, like, let's say your Fingers of Frost to Ice Lance. Now, the main thing you do need to get before haste is you do need to get hit cap, which is roughly 14%. And to get that, you need to get hit, genuine hit. Now, there are ways around this. Now, I don't have any actual, well, I do have one, a blue socket. Haste gems are a good choice for blue sockets. And like, let's say you have a piece that already has hit on it and you need to reforge to it. You could always reforge your other stats, such as here I had a hit crit, and crit's not necessarily the best stat for a Frost Mage. So what I did was I reforged that crit into expertise, and that will add to hit rating. Now when it comes to the glyphs you want to use, the two big ones are Splitting Ice and Icy Veins. Now basically what Icy Veins does is it converts your Icy Veins, rather to give you haste, which you won't really need since you're stacking it, to give you triple procs on your Ice Lances, your Frostfire Bolts, and your Frost Bolts. The other one is Splitting Ice. What it does is instead of your Ice Lance only hitting one target, it hits two. It really helps with AoE, like if you're in a giant trash mob, you throw in your Frozen Orb, and then you just start hitting your Ice Lance when you get your Fingers procs. It's really strong. Another one I like to grab is Cone of the Cold. It increases the damage by 200%. And it really helps out for when you're AoEing the mobs, and you can throw out a Cone of the Cold to try to get Fingers procs, rather than just Arcane Explosion. Minors don't really matter. Now for talents, your level 15 talent is pretty much pick and choose. Ice Flows is generally what I take if I know there's going to be a lot of movement in the fight. If it's more of a steady fight where there's not a lot of movement, you just need to get inside the bubble really quick, I'll usually take Blazing Speed, because I generally like it because it's also good for those scenarios when you need to break the slow. Your level 30 talent really basically functions between Temporal Shield and Ice Barrier. Ice Barrier is really good overall because it's a really strong absorb shield. Here you can see it absorbs 95,000. Temporal Shield is good if you know the boss is going to hit you with something really hard and you know it's coming, because the flat 15% damage reduction and the heal, it really helps the healers out in certain scenarios. Now your level 45 talent, I like Ring of Frost just because it's really good. CC, in my opinion. You can poly, throw out your ring, get the mobs bunched up, get a free shatter on the whole group without using a Nova. Your level 60 talent, it's pretty much down. They're all really decent, but they all have their own purposes. To me, it's really at a Cauterize or Greater Invisibility. Cauterize is really nice because when you cauterize, like let's say the retard next to you, you blow up, you see your Cauterize buff, you know to block. And it really helps out because that's more of like RNG, you can't control what happens. I like it for LFR. Greater Invisibility is really good for soaking. If there's a boss where you need to soak damage, get Greater Invisibility. Now the next three are all really good choices for Frost, at least, because Frost is the only spec where you can actually use Frost Bomb. You have the nice haste. It's a short cast. I like Frost Bomb on steady, consistent trash fights, where you don't have to worry about throwing up Nether Tempest on every target. You just throw out the Frost Bomb. It's nice. Nether Tempest is good for bosses like the new one. Not the one before the Shah, the Algalon guy. Not Algalon, but let's find his name. This guy, Norishan. I like Nether Tempest on him. Now Living Bomb's probably the top single target, so whenever you're fighting a genuine boss, like let's say you're fighting like a Shah Fear, for example, you want to have Living Bomb. Your level 90 talent, there's really only one choice for Frost Mage. Unfortunately, it's Invocation. Now, what you want to do is you want to keep that up 100% of the time because it is a 15% damage increase, and it really helps. Now, for your rotation as Frost, there's multiple things you need to take into mind. When to Ice Lance, and when to Alter Time. Now, to start off a fight, let's make sure we have our armor up. We'll pop this because I'm a panda and the cast animation is just horrible. Now, to start off the fight, I like to throw out, for starters, a Frostbolt into a Living Bomb. Let me go ahead and get my Invocation up, because I don't want to teach you guys without doing it the right way. Okay, we get our Invocation up. Here you see we have Brain Freeze. I'll wait till I get 4, because Brain Freeze will give you an Icicle. So once you're at 4 Icicles, use your Brain Freeze proc to get your 5th. Keep your Living Bomb up. It's okay to refresh it sooner. We got an Ice Lance proc, so use that. And we get our Icicles out here. We got a Brain Freeze. We're going to refresh. 3. I'm going to go ahead and use it now, just because I know my Living Bomb's going to proc one soon. Now we'll go ahead and throw the Icicle here. The way I do my Icicles is I use my Living Bomb as a reference. If I don't get a Fingers of Frost within a Living Bomb time range, I use my Icicle right before I refresh it. And to me, it just makes it a lot more balanced. Like here, no proc, Icicles. Now for your actual Burst as Frost, I macro my Icy Veins and my Mirror Images together because they align perfectly. And you pretty much want a Frozen Orb on cooldown as Frost, because it's beautiful Fingers of Frost. Now here's a good example, because I got my Brain Freeze. We're going to pop Burst. I'm going to alter time right here when I have all my buffs. Refresh this, throw this out, alter. Keep up the Burst. And then you just keep with your rotation. It's very simple, just Frostbolt. Use your Icicles according to your Living Bomb. That's how I do it anyway. And you just pretty much enjoy it. Frost is one of those specs where it's just really enjoyable. There's not a whole lot of learning curve to it, in my opinion. I hope this video has been helpful to you guys, and I'd really enjoy if you guys liked it.